Alright. Yeah, we are about just ready, so...
Bonjour, Goatsi. My name is Eryn Wise. I am of the Hickory Apache Nation and Laguna Pueblo people. I'm currently a guest on beautiful Tewa territory. My pronouns are they, she, and I am currently the communications director and co-director of the Indigenous Impact Community Care Initiative for Seeding Sovereignty, which is an Indigenous-led, mostly queer nonprofit that operates across Turtle Island. Our organization has been trying to support the Trans Center all summer long. A lot of the work that we do centers on focusing queer, trans, gender expansive, non-conforming kin. A lot of the work that I do with young people centers around uplifting cutie BIPOC folks, people of the global majority. So being in this calendar, I don't know, it it feels good because I want to be able to look at queer folks, I want to be able to look at trans folks, I want to be able to see myself in other people and see my experiences reflected, and I want them to be able to look at me and be like, man, that's my favorite color, and they look, like they're just really living their best life in the middle of the trees, because right now I am. And I feel like that's a gift, and I feel like we don't get a lot of blessings right now, and this is a little blessing. My grandma was a teacher in the 1970s in South Dakota, and she taught at Little Wound, and she was the first person that left home to go teach away, as far as I'm aware. And she always said that it was the loneliest time, that she was a single mother with 2 young children, and that she always felt so isolated and alone, but that she came from a place of abundance and wealth and love and history and culture, and that she was surrounded by the same thing, survivors, people that had defeated the United States government, that were being grossly mistreated because they had done so. My grandmother said that her mother used to send packages from Laguna and from the Hickory Apache Nation, and they would have, meat pies, breads, different kinds of pies, and people, would wait outside her house when the delivery man came because they knew that she would have food. And she said that she used to set everything up on the table, and that people would come and they would try and trade whatever little things they had so that they could have some of this fresh food, this beautiful food. And my grandma, of course, never took anything. She just shared with everyone. And my mom has told me that, so many times over the years, that you may feel lonely, but you're always surrounded by Indigenous peoples, and that, like, wherever you are in the world, that the roots grow out of your feet into the earth. And so I feel like all of my grandmothers are gone now, and coming home has been really hard because this is work we would have done together, I know, and I feel like I have to be extra cognizant of the way I carry myself right now at this time, because I'm carrying them with me, and I'm also trying to carry my young folks and the generations that I can't see, the folks and the kin that I can't hear or talk to right now with me forward. And I think moving home has kind of just been indicative of all the things that our ancestors walk through and navigate without any clear path, without any, knowledge of what's to come, and just leaning into the fact that, like, we've survived so much already. And I hate to sound hokey, but I really feel like, I don't know, it's like you can hear them. They're with us, and I feel like every time we acknowledge them, the world gets a little louder and a little bit brighter. And I feel like at this time, being home for this work, it doesn't even really feel like quarantine, because I've learned how to be in community with our more than human kin more than I've ever given myself space for it. In my 20s, I definitely didn't. And now that I'm in my 30s, I just keep thinking how lucky I am to be home at this time, because the world is breaking apart and falling to pieces, but at least I get to be surrounded by something familiar and home to me. And if I break and fall apart here, at least I'm returning to my earth. And my story, it comes back to my people. I've been doing so many things other places for so long, and now I finally have a chance to not only be a guest, but to contribute and reconnect to my roots here.